I had literally had to like delete. It wasn't long. It wasn't that long, but I had to fucking start all over with my recording because I forgot to connect, like start recording on my fucking laptop. Ugh, anyways, I'm back. So I'm back with a new album review. This time I'm reviewing Freddie Dredd's newest album from back 2 months ago. I know I'm late to the party, but his newest album, Cease and Disintegrate. I'm a fan of Freddie Dredd for like, I want to say back in 2018. I first kind of like, I forgot. I don't even remember the first song that heard from Freddie Dredd, but I know like Cha Cha was definitely one of those. And then GTG. And then also he was on Super Mega's podcast like way back when. So I kind of became a fan like between like knowing his songs and then knowing that he was on Super Mega. He was the one with some other guy that made the music video for Cha Cha. So, fun fact if you didn't know that, I actually saw him live like back in at the end of 2023. I went to his Pomona show and it was pretty good. I got there. We got there really, really, really late because I live like 2 hours away from Pomona, and we got there so late. We got there like just when he was gonna perform. We missed unfortunately all the other guys from Dune Shop, which I was kind of like, you know, I was like, ugh, man, that kind of sucks, but whatever. It is what it is. But he kind of did, like, he was like, it was a good show. I can tell though, like, he was really sick because he was coughing a lot, and you can tell with his performance, it was still really like hype. The crowd was great still. There's some guy next to me that was literally like yelling, "Show us your cock!" All that it was so crazy. But anyways, I saw him back in Pomona. Oh my god, I wonder where that guy is now. That is fucking crazy. And I'm actually gonna see him live um with Booyah and Cursed. I'm so hyped to see Cursed because I really like his music and the music that he has out. Like his Cursed is really good too. But I'm really excited to see Freddie Dredd, Booyah, and Cursed on the new tour. I'm gonna be going to the one that they're gonna have in Anaheim. The tour itself, what was it called? They Can Never Make Me tour. I think it's just he's like gonna open for him, and then Booyah. Obviously, I'm pretty sure it's just his tour. But yeah, I'm gonna see all three of them. I'm really super excited for that. Really excited to be back. It's been a while. I know it's been like 2 months since my last video, which is back in November. My last video was a tier list of all the Kill Yourself sagas from Suicide Boys. If you guys want to check that out, check out my channel and see all my other videos that I've posted. But without further ado, let's start. Alright, so just some background on the album itself. It was released November 21st, 2024. It was produced by Calder, Gort, and Recycle Bin. When I look up Calder, I noticed that he actually did a song with Lil Darky, Every Heartbeat, and he actually did. I'm sorry. Is it a guy? I don't know. Oh my god, is it a guy? Hold on. It's woman or man? Anyways, I'm just say they. I don't know if they're a guy or a girl. They made a song with Lil Darky, Freddie Dredd, obviously, and I saw that they made a few songs with East Brokey, which is funny because I just started getting into East Brokey, like before the New Year's, like around like no, like I would say like a month or two ago, and I really like their music. There's that little, you know, connection between Freddie Dredd and East Brokey. And then the artwork, I really love the artwork of this album. The artwork on this is so fucking sick. It's so sick. It stays on brand with Freddie Dredd. The type of art that he really likes with his Freddie Dredd persona, super good. I love how like demonic he looks, and the artwork is just so sick. The artwork was done by a guy named Tan and Fair. On Instagram, he goes under Moribund Art. And his art's really, really cool. I'm like seeing it right now. Okay, let's get into the first song. So the first song, Useless. Banger. Like the bass, the distortion in the song, it's so crazy hearing that. Like I was kind of like, oh shit, like because I was listening to the album when it first came out. I was listening to it at work, and I was just like, oh my god, it's like really like my eardrums are like gonna explode right now, but in a good way, you know. Um, but you can see that with this song, you can definitely see that he's experimenting more with like different sounds, you know. And the lyrics, I mean, useless. The lyrics are like the same kind of like thing that you would, you know, imagine with Freddie, what he always talks about in his lyrics: killing, murder, shooting people. So it's like, you know, that's his character, you know. But super overall, the first song is just so good. Like it is a bop. Pursuit bass sounds super cool in this song, like something from like a retro video game. And I know with his other music, he's really influenced with like video games and like anime and all that. His flow here is like butter. It's like super smooth. I really like it. It's so funny. Like I love how his lyrics literally like he is like talking in the perspective of like I've seen shit, I'm a gangbanger, I've lived the life, right? But he's literally just a white boy from Canada. I thought he was from Toronto. But he's right here, like looking it up. It says he's from Oshawa. How do you say it? Oshawa? Oshawa.
Oshawa.
Oh yeah, Oshawa.
Oshawa.
I'm sorry, people that are from Canada. I don't know if I'm saying that properly, but he's actually from Oshawa, Ontario. I thought he's from Toronto. But anyways, I'm not hating though. Good shit overall. Pure hate. When I first heard this song through, I thought it was like Pursuit stuff. I thought it was still like the song. Obviously, I'm listening to this as work, so I can't really look at my phone and see, oh, this is the next song. So I thought it was still Pursuit because they kind of sounded similar. So with that being said, I wish there was more of a distinguishment between those two songs. I felt like they kind of sounded like similar. Like there wasn't really anything like different with them. The one thing that I will say though, I kind of have like a tism. I really, really liked the beeping in the middle of the song. It was just really like it itched my brain. I don't know. Like it just felt satisfying. The beep was like really satisfying to me. Overall, the song is good. It's still an enjoyable song, in my opinion. Now, take a look. I would have to say, I don't know, I don't want to say the best song from the album, but it's definitely very, very different from all the other songs. I feel like it's a lot more distinguishable. I just love this song overall. When you actually listen to the lyrics, for me, it kind of reminded me of Dexter Morgan from the series Dexter that was on Showtime. Not Dexter from Dexter's Laboratory, not that Dexter. That'd be so weird. Because in the lyrics, he's saying "cutting up bitches," which reminded me of Dexter Morgan from the Dexter series. Because that's pretty much all he does throughout the series. He's just killing people and cutting them up and stuff, like in pieces, which Freddie technically says in his lyrics. So it's kind of like the same shit. I don't know if he actually got like some type of like. I don't know if he's a Dexter fan. I would kind of see that he would be a Dexter fan. But yeah, the mixture of beats and sounds in this like song is done really well. This one has to be one of my faves next to Pursuit. Now, Die Without a Fight. Die Without a Fight actually has this sound that's like a really classic Freddie Dredd type of song, like Endless Sea and the Meta. I don't know how to say it. Meta Vita. It's like I love Endlessly. Endlessly is like one of my favorite songs from him. But like it Die Without a Fight does have that kind of like, you know, vibe, just like those two songs, which I can see why a lot of people really like that song and why it's like the most popular out of the album. From like when you look at Spotify, when you know, they usually tell you like how many views and listens it's gotten. Die Without a Fight actually is the most popular song because I'm trying to remember. I think he did a music video with this song, or probably was another song. I don't know. I didn't really like look at the music videos, but this one is actually one of his top song with the most views on Spotify. And I like the song. Like I really here's the thing with Freddie Dredd. He's really good with like mixing sweet melodies and then putting the darkest like lyrics about murder and stuff. And then it just sounds good. It just like kind of pairs perfectly. It's so weird. It's kind of like my personality. Don't take that wrong. But yeah, like he mixes them sweet melodic sounds and then a booming ass bass, an 808, it just sounds so good. On top of that, like the violent lyrics, the violent lyrics I think add a cherry on the top with this song. And in most of his songs that kind of do that kind of thing. I mean, I feel like personally it does take a good amount of talent to actually be able to do that. But yeah, I would say this song's really banging. A bop. On the news, the beginning bass is crazy on this one. Again, like a lot of crazy ass bass sounds in this album. Lyrics, I would say, is more. The lyrics on this song tell more of a story, in my opinion. Like, it has the same old type of like Freddie Dredd lyrics. But this is, I don't know. I kind of felt like it was a little bit more storytelling, you know. Good song overall, in my opinion. I don't really have anything else to really say about this song. Now, you ain't. Okay, you ain't. Oof. The song is fire. The song is so fire. Ugh. This song also gives like a retro video game feel, like Pursuit. Like I feel like those are like the two songs that I felt gave like that retro video game sound, like in like the beats that he was using. I would have to say this song is probably my fave out of the whole album. Like it just like it itched my brain really well. Like it's just so good. Like I feel like this song could have also probably been one of the first songs in the album, because the Useless really did set up the album very well. It would have been nice to have this song in the beginning too, but I feel like this song kind of like builds up the momentum again with the album. I think it was a good idea for this song to actually be the seventh track on this album. Now, Sacrifice itself, I feel like is the weakest song from the album. It's nothing new, nothing special, like there's nothing like wow about it versus the other songs. But I mean, this is gonna sound weird, and in the comments you can disagree or agree with me. I'm not saying it completely is kind of the same as this song, but I kind of reminded me of All Alone, just because of the way that the composition, like I don't know, like in the beginning it starts slow motion, right, and then it builds up, and then in the end it kind of does the slow motion thing, which is like what All Alone does as well. Obviously All Alone is like a better song, but in that way it I don't know, it just reminded me of All Alone. But yeah, I would say definitely the runt of the litter when it comes to this album is not that strong of a song. And then last, we have Nothing Into Something. Now, it's funny how this is one of the least favorite songs on the album, but I actually this is going to sound crazy, but I actually prefer this song over Die Without a Fight. I don't know. I think it's like the violins that they put in the song. But yeah, it's just weird. I don't know. I prefer this song over Die Without a Fight. They're the only songs that have like that nice sweet melody in the song. But it's funny because when I was hearing it, I was like, why does this remind me of like specifically the violin kind of sound? It's like reminding me of like an anime-esque type of like song. Not a specific song like an from a specific anime opening or ending, but it just gave me that vibe. The reason why I feel like I got that vibe um is because like a lot of anime openings, endings, like anime music in general has like violins in them. So I don't know. But yeah, I would say this song is definitely one of my favorites out of this album as well. But in conclusion, overall, I did really enjoy this album. It's definitely a vibe. I do feel like it's a little bit like disappointing that the album is only like 14 minutes long. I mean, when you look at all of his albums, like Freddy's Inferno, Suffer, all those albums that he came out with, like most of his songs are usually between a minute or two, so it's like it's kind of still in brand. But I don't know, I feel like 14 minutes, like 14 minutes for an album, that's really really short. Like I would love for the songs to be a little bit longer, but I know it's like that's the usual like amount of time. A Freddie Dredd song is always just gonna be like between a minute or two. The only songs that really are like close to the 3 minute mark are his bigger songs like Limbo, Cha Cha, and All Alone. So I kind of see like, yeah, it's 14 minutes, but I was like, man, I don't know. I was wanting a little bit more from the album, like maybe more songs, make it like a 30-minute album. But you can see he is experimenting with new sounds, and I can appreciate that. Like the two songs that I really liked, which was Pursuit and You Ain't, which I really really liked. Like the album definitely, it's not reinventing the wheel, but it is staying true to Freddie's sound and his vibe overall. And then again, like his lyrics aren't anything fresh. It's not anything new, fresh. It's like the same old like I'ma kill you and your family kind of stuff. And with that being said, I do wonder where he exactly wants to go with his like music, with like the Freddie Dredd persona, because like he really did pop off back in like 2018. Like he, especially when Cha Cha came out, that song it blew up, and it was like one of his biggest songs that like catapulted his career. Obviously he's been making music before that, from like uploading wise and like putting it out there was like back in 2014. I would want to see more different things from Freddie, like a different direction maybe. Freddie Dredd overall is like a character. It's not really representing him as a person. It's a character, like when you have drag queens, they have, some drag queens have their own, like, they have characters. Like they're playing a character, and some are like kind of themselves, It's a personality within themselves, right? That's a weird, really, really weird, like, comparison. I know that, but it's just because it's the only thing that I can really think of to, like, explain. So it's, like, the best interpretation is the best, like, way to, like, describe this. I know, I'm weird. Freddie Dredd is a character. So it's, like, everyone loves a murderous type of villain character, And that's why I feel like a lot of people really like Freddie Dredd's music. It would be kind of interesting, though, to kind of see, like, a concept album. Like, I wonder where that could go. If Freddie Dredd actually made a concept album about Freddie Dredd. I don't know, that'd be kind of cool, I don't even know how that even would be. It would be an interesting thing to see. Like, I do feel like he doesn't really need to do anything different, because I do feel like fans do enjoy Freddie and the music that he does come out with. Like, I don't really think he needs to do anything, like, spectacular. But, I mean, as we all know, usually there's always, like, a 10-year period of where people want to hear something new. You have the 80s and the 90s and the early 2000s, 2010s, 2020s. And at some point, people want to, like, they want to hear new music. They want to hear a newer sound and something different. People get bored of the same thing over and over and over again. And I know some people, there's different people. Some people like change. Some people are just like, I'm okay with this. Just give me this same thing and I'm going to eat it up all the time, There's nothing wrong with that. Some people might get bored of like the same old shtick. But again, this is just my opinion. Overall for me, I did enjoy the album. I would go back to it again. I do think it does hold up. It is a good album. The songs are really good. The only song that I wasn't really wowed with was Sacrifice Myself. That was like the only song. I do recommend people. Like, I definitely, if people are like, oh, who's Freddie Dredd? Obviously, I'd tell people more about like his earlier stuff. Obviously his bigger songs and whatever, but I would recommend and be like, hey, check out his new album. But that is my review of this album, Freddie Dredd's album, Cease and Disintegrate. Overall, I give this album, I want to say like a 7.5 out of 10. I feel like, a majority of the songs were good. They were produced well. Hats off to the producers that worked on this album. The reason I want to give it a 7.5 out of 10 is because I do feel like overall it's like the sounds are really cool. But I do feel like I would want Freddie to kind of like do something new at this point. I mean, he's been popular since 2018. He's come out with a few albums already. I feel like, I would want him to do some more things. I'm happy to be back, finally being able to do another review. I've missed this. I really want to do more music reviews. With the new year, I really want to branch out to maybe do other reviews or do other types of videos, you know, based on music. I do definitely want to do other opinion based type of videos dealing with music. If you guys have any recommendations on what you guys want to hear from me, what's your thoughts, you know, tell me what you would want to see like in my next videos. I definitely do have other stuff cooking up, but yeah, just let me know what other music artists that you want me to review or you want my thoughts on. Also, let me know like what your thoughts were on Freddie Dredd's new album Cease and Disintegrate. Also, let me know what was your favorite song of this album. Obviously, you guys already know what my favorite song was, but let me know what you guys liked. Let me know what songs that you liked from this album. Tell me the songs that you loved. Tell me the songs you hated. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Leave that in the comment section below. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe to see more videos like this. And with that, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye! I think honestly it's probably because like a lot of anime openings and like endings have like I don't know if you hear that beeping. Sorry, that's my father-in-law yelling at me. He's telling me to go to sleep. Sorry guys. Anyways, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna drink some water. Well, he just I hear you, Alan. I get it. I heard you.